Folks, Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The challenge for them on this short trip is to dial in their focus. They want to get that first win, get the confidence going. They feel a strong start is so important.
Allen can't get it to go. And so Durant will bring it up for Utah. Shoots over Anunoby. The rebound by Allen. Here's Booker. There's a screen. Here he goes. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Well, the center position is obviously a point of strength for both of these teams, Brent.
Do you believe, B.A., that these guys are coming in and not thinking about that very same thing? These guys want to test each other tonight, and you wonder, whoever gets the best of the other guy, will that elevate the next couple weeks of play for them in terms of their confidence? So a big man battle. Let's keep a close eye on it.
And Salong gets it to go.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Outstanding move in the lane. Just enjoy that one at home, folks.
No doubt, with some huge elevation on the finish.
How about Booker going high up for the dunk?
Miami shooting their first free throw of the night. Durant with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. Pass to Turner, and that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. Stolen by Anunoby.
Love the opportunistic defense, guys.
With a little zest that time, Anunoby unleashing that athleticism at the rim.
Pass to Durant. Out to Covington. The wide open shot is on the money.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Utah's head coach. As you can imagine, the team spent much of their practice preparing for Devin Booker. Coach said there's no great way to defend him. He can beat you at the rim from mid-range, well beyond the arc as well. And on top of all that, he creates for others. Brian?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Brogdon. Miami making their last shot. On the wing, Durant. He's averaging almost 35 a game. A crucial player for them.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Booker, good.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
It's Covington on the wing. Back to Brogdon. Sweet little floater.
Pretty effective floater there. Most point guards in the league have one of those in their bag of tricks. This time it's Brogdon.
Heat leading by 4. Pass to Booker. Allen a screen. Fades and shoots. The rebound by Turner. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. To the paint. Outside for Brogdon. Outside Durant. 6 to shoot. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Turner for 3. Connects from downtown.
And this is today's NBA. Big men like Turner spacing the floor with great outside shooting.
A nice shot by Booker.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Brogdon. Pass to Ellis. Pass. It is good on the assist from Brogdon.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Salon. Kevin Durant with a rebound.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
On defense, the Heat. And Durant with the big finish.
Yeah, not going to get over on KD here. If you give him a chance to attack the basket, he'll be at the rim.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
The kick to Durant. And again, it's Utah with a three.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Oh, he picked him clean. And the Jazz pushing it up now.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense. Just out of control. Already 3 fouls for him. He'll likely have to take a seat.
To check out the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
We've seen Booker put up crazy numbers. He's got a nose for scoring points.
Here's Brogdon. And the layup is good. Brogdon's got 6.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
From about 16, Booker, good.
Ooh, 7 for 9 in the first quarter. He's on fire.
40 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Turner. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Booker. Pass to Dillingham. The three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. And it's Utah with the ball. Turner with it. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Allen. Outside Anunoby. Drops in the 3. He's got 5.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight.
26.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Miami.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal, and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Jazz with possession here. They trail by 1. Here's Topic. Pass to Klingon. Rebound Miami.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Ooh, poked away. Here's Klingon. Good on the shot.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Porter. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. Porter's got 5.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target, and he stays perfect in rhythm with that, Jay.
Lets it fly. Klingon's shot is off. Heat leading by 4. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Here's Hendricks. No made baskets yet. Back to Sharp. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. This shot by Hardy, no good. On offense, here's Utah. Pass to Klingon. Here's Topic. Fires the 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Miami foul. Hendricks. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Klingon, and he jams it home with authority.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Right side, Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
And there's an ease to Porter when he gets up vertically. Man, he can rise up and throw it down.
Here's Topic. Down low. Klingon. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Outside Porter. Puts up a 3. Nails it from 3.
Timeout, timeout.
Porter's got 10.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. The Jazz making a switch here. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Durant for 3. Porter pulls it in. Miami leading by 4. Pass to Hardy. Here's Hendricks. Outside Sharp. Driving in. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And Sharp is the kind of guy who gets up there in a hurry. That elevator, that's got some extra juice.
The 3, Durant. And another miss by Utah. Porter a screen. The 3, Hardy. Utah with the rebound.
And I'm I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Lets it fly. And Durant gets it to go. He's got 11. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Basket's good. Hendricks has got his first bucket in this one.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with the high percentage.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Here's Porter. Right side Sharp. 5 to shoot. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter.
Going to work inside. Sharp using that touch and nimbleness to get it done.
Here's Durant. A strong finish from KD inside.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Porter. Pass to Sharp. Here's Hardy. Back to Sharp. Over Rizachet. Sharp, no good. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Topic. Takes a 3. Pure from three-point range. Topic has got 6.
Well, that was just a quick glance from KD. He looks at the defense and makes the play.
Pass to Porter. There's a screen. And a nice finish on the layup. Porter's got 12 now in this quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half of this game. Oh, Durant, an absolute sniper.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Sharp. Here's Hardy. He's covered by Dinwiddie. And here's Porter outside. Gets the 3 to fall. 15 points in the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Heat up 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pass to Covington. Outside Durant. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Well, we know KD can carry the load offensively any night, but we see a little stat padding here.
Here's Salon. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Up top, Booker. Cash money from 16 feet away. Booker's got 19 points.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
Here's Durant. Pass to Turner. For the tie. Rebound Miami. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Here's Booker. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
When you're that open, do you really need to go with the leader?
Now here's Brogdon. Back to Durant. He's still feeling it. The rebound by Allen. Heat leading by 3. To the inside. And Salon gets it to go.
And that's the kind of play you put on repeat. Just go back to Booker in the pick and roll.
Pass to Durant. Back to Brogdon. Inside. Katie jams it straight down.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Here's Salon. The open shot by Allen. Kevin Durant with a rebound.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
They grab their own miss. Second chance shot. Durant owning the inside.
Scoring well this quarter. Picking up steam as he goes.
Here's Booker. The fader. The rebound by Turner.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Durant. Stolen by Allen. Fast break. Here come the Heat.
Good awareness from Allen. He sees that opening, and he turns that steal into a teammate's fast break.
Jazz trail by 3. Left side, Brogdon. Pass to Covington. Outside, Durant. Durant puts some moves on. And he banks in the layup. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Here's Dillingham. Still without a bucket. The 3, Booker. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
And Utah calls time here. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Here's Booker. He's got 19. It's deflected.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
The Heat with the lead. Here's Salon. Outside Booker. Tipped. Pass to Salon. And here's Anunoby. Here's Salon. Shot clock at 5. Again, the Heat misses. Here's Topic. Give him 8 points now. For the lead. Rejected by Allen.
That's a great swat. Jared Allen gets up there. Hard to escape his reach.
And Booker's got the ball here for Miami. They lead by 1. Here goes Booker. Uses the glass on the layup. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Rizachet. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Heat leading by 3. And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Miami.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, you win that turnover battle.
Rizachet. Off target from the wing.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Ananobi on the wing. Pass to Booker. Here's Dillingham. Booker looking around. And he gets it to go from the high post. And now it's a 7-point Miami lead.
There's some nice chemistry on offense. They're just taking what the defense allows. Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Here's Salon. Back to Allen. Out to the right wing. Here's Salon. Over Topic. Salon, no good.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Now a timeout called by Utah. For three, Covington. Oh, no! Good on the last second attempt there. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first three quarters.
61.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so here is Miami. It's a 5-point game. Outside Sharp. Outside for Porter. Here's Hendricks. And the three off target. And it's Utah with the ball. Durant with it. Now Porter defending. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Durant. Shoots. Rebound by the Heat. Now LeVert. On the wing, Porter. And there's a pick. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Outside Durant. Oh, KD from downtown.
From way, way downtown, Durant truly knows no limits.
Here's Hendricks. Durant pulls it in. Jazz trail by 4. And so they foul intentionally. So for Miami.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. And Durant with the big finish.
One of those nights that Kevin Durant is just massive for his team. For my money, this guy's the best scoring forward of all time.
Booker on the tape. Booker slipped by.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Left side Durant. Pass to Ellis. Now Brogdon. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rizachet. And here's Turner. Beyond the arc. He buries it from 3.
Got to be encouraged watching Turner shoot with conviction, realizing his team trusts him to take these fast shots.
Booker with it. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Pass to Booker. Can he keep it going? Utah grabs the miss.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Tipped. Here's Rizachet. Pass to Durant. And stolen by Booker. Fast break Miami. Here's Dillingham. Fires high post. And he nails the jumper. Booker's got 27.
You just look how precise the footwork and the shooting is from Devin Booker. So easy from that distance.
Timeout, Jazz. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
During that break, the coach of the Jazz had some words for his team. He was very encouraging with his guys, saying to them, we are still in this one. Don't give up right now. Get out there and let's grab this lead from them. Guys, let's see if the intensity picks up here.
And Allie, thanks. Outside Booker. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Booker's got 6 here in the quarter.
And Booker coming through again. What a huge shot.
Pass to Durant. They double team Durant. Right wing. Here's Ellis. And that comes off the assist by Durant. And it's a tie ball game.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Outside Booker. Allen a screen. Launches a 3. Here's Dillingham. Clock at 6. Here's Booker. And it's rejected.
That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Pass to Rizachet. Spins. To take the lead. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for Miami. Now here's Allen. And here's Booker. From downtown. Sinks it from distance. And the Heat lead by 3.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Brogdon. Pass to Durant. And so the ball out of bounds. Anunoby tucks it last.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Durant, no good. Heat leading by 3. Here's Booker. Pass to Salon. Lets it go from deep. Booker no good. Utah with the ball. And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
First free throw is good. And that brings him within 2 here.
One of the things you got to admire about Kevin Durant is his ability just to continue to focus on playing basketball. This guy is a true hooper.
Timeout, Jazz. And both free throws good for Durant.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Booker. Rebound, Utah. Durant with it. Now guarded by Booker. Pass to Brogdon. Here's Ellis. Now here's Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They double team Durant. Now Turner. Over Anunoby. And another miss by Utah. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Money from deep.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it. Despite a laid-back nature, Durant demands the ball in crunch time. This is why.
Pass to Law. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout, Jazz. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a three. Of course, the D will be guarding the line, but no one said it was going to be easy. Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. They could win it. Oh, had a chance to win it. Right there. Couldn't get it to fall. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. Don't go away. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Here's Dillingham. Outside Booker. Takes the 3. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Here's Durant. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Allen. Miami leading by 3. Now here's Sharp. Pass to Booker. 4 on the clock. Off target from outside.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Rizachet. Turner with it. To the wing on the left. For 3. Rizachet, no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Booker no good. Jazz trail by 3. And Rizachet gets it to go. Rizachey's got his first 2 points.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Sharp with it, now guarded by Brogdon. Here's Dillingham. Outside for Booker. Here's Rizachet. Oh, and they take the lead. Rizachey's gotten 4 this quarter. And so here is Miami. Here's Booker. Baseline jumper right on the money. And the Heat lead by 1.
Well, Booker is the leader, and you got to trust him in that spot.
Here's Rizachet. Count it!
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Heat. Driving to the basket. Money!
And athletic play right there. Devin Booker on the inside.
Here's Ellis. And he buries it. And so here is Miami. Here's Dillingham. Outside Booker. Cash!
And Booker, that's the guy you want in the clutch.
This possession could decide the game.
And you really have to be smart with the ball here.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first. And that'll put them up 2. And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Timeout, Jazz. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
No choice but to go for the 3. Maybe set up a screen to carve out some space and get a clean look.
Durant for 3. Can't get it to fall. So it's the Heat taking the W at a close one. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
And B.A., I don't think they expected this one to be so hard fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
And that about wraps it up.